Hello. So today we're going to talk about using WebQuest in the classroom. Just before we begin again, what a WebQuest is basically an inquiry-based set of activities. So inquiry-based learning is where students are completing hands-on activities and they are not necessarily teaching themselves, but they're discovering the information firsthand on their own. Students are not just memorizing the information and retelling it to the teacher, they're actually using higher order thinking skills like create and analyze if you are looking at a Bloom's taxonomy chart. WebQuest can be created in different ways. The two that are most popular are making a website for your WebQuest, or you can just list the links that you want students to use in a Word document. They are using pre-selected resources, so they're not just surfing the web. So it makes it a little bit safer and it leaves out the room for students, going off and doing other things on the computer because you're giving them the links that they need to click. They're not getting the chance to search the internet for them. It's very student-centered. They can work at their own pace. They get on the computer, they know what they have to do, and they can work towards their assessment. Why I chose a WebQuest? Technology, technology, technology. It's the biggest way to incorporate an iPad or a computer into your regular daytime routine. It increases the student motivation for sure, and it's something different. It's something new. It's not the textbook. It's not the notebook. It's not writing assignment. It's not a PowerPoint. It's them getting to go on the computer by themselves and do an activity. The key elements of a WebQuest are an introduction, a task, process, evaluation, and conclusion. Those are the ones that you're going to find on any WebQuest that you look at. The introduction, you need to tell these students what they're going to be learning about, what the topic of the day or the topic of the WebQuest is. The task, you need to assign them something to do. What are they going to be doing? What assignment or activity are you giving them? The process is where you tell them how they're going to do that. So that's where you would leave them any URLs or worksheets, handouts, the information that they need to complete the task. For the evaluation, you are going to make sure you tell them how they're going to be graded, whether you're using a rubric or whatever assessment tool you want to use to evaluate them. And the conclusion, you need to wrap it up somehow. Every lesson needs closure, especially a WebQuest. So what I'd like to do is click here on the WebQuest that I've created for you. See if it pops up. Okay, so this is a WebQuest that I've already created with a group. So as our introduction, we have the topic is obviously figurative language, metaphors, similes, alliteration, oxymorons, hyperboles, idioms, and many more that the students were able to learn about. So as I told you over here on the left, we have the introduction, the task, evaluation, conclusion, and resources. We also added where we got our information. So if you go over to the task page, we'll click on that real quick. There's a task, what the students are going to be doing. They're going to be doing a choice menu. That was what I had assigned for them. They were able to pick any 3 activities that they wanted to do. It's right here on this process page. There's their menu. So they've got to pick whichever 3 activities they would like. It did not matter which 3 as long as it makes a tic-tac-toe board. So they could do straight down any way they wanted, they could do horizontally any way they wanted, or they could do diagonal. And they would have to make sure no matter which 3 they chose made a winning tic-tac-toe board. So let's just say for the sake of this example, a student chose to complete activity number 3, which was the I am as simile worksheet. What they would do over here is go to activity number 3, click on that. There's a video explaining to them what they have to do, and then right here they can find the worksheet for it, and there was a resource page with everything they need to know on what a simile is, which was right here. So here they would find their examples on everything they need to learn in order to complete activity number 3.